so that we can still have fun videos and I don't get yelled at so often. So the last time I came to the parks, I ran into some difficulties. Got a little gimbal. I wanted to stabilize some of my videos so you guys wouldn't have to deal with the shaky footage anymore. And then I was told promptly to disassemble all of my gear. It looked far too professional. And then I was told I wasn't allowed to film anymore with that camera for the day until I had permission from Disney Media directly and obtained, what were they? Oh, model releases for everyone who was in every single one of my shots. Clearly that was slightly disheartening, but it's now led me to this journey. I have a much smaller camera now, something I can bring just about anywhere. It even fits in my pocket, and I want to see if it's something that will compare to what I was doing before, so that we can still have fun videos and I don't get yelled at so often. So that's the adventure for today. We're going around Epcot. I'm going to see if I can't get what I want to get and not get yelled at. And you know what? This could just be a wonderful step in the future so I don't end up having the most jacked right arm on the planet from carrying something much heavier. So the downfalls of this rig is I don't have a mic for it yet, so you may be dealing with some subpar audio for the time being. Positive, it's got face tracking, so if I move a little over here, or if I move a little over here, it's going to follow me around, which is super cool. As I get the right stuff, which I'm searching for online, I'll be able to have a microphone, some better audio quality, and hopefully be able to, do everything that I was doing before, but without carrying nearly as much stuff. Now I'm headed into quite the storm. I see lightning ahead of me, so I'm going to try and hang out in the Canada Pavilion side of things where the storm is and hopefully weather it out. And if not, this will be another one of those, oh my gosh, it's got cut short because Doug almost was struck by lightning. I'll still film the lightning. So this brings me to the topic of professional level equipment and kind of a creep that you experience of what your expectations of professional is. Now, being honest, if I saw someone 5 years ago with a gimbal, a big stabilizer, camera, a big poofy mic, I would assume they are professional and commercial. And if I was a cast member, I totally get that that is something that, you ask them to stop for guest experience sake so everybody doesn't feel uncomfortable. Totally understand. That's probably why I got stopped with my previous gimbal. That's why I didn't have a video last week, because it was one of those things, everything got cut short and I wasn't able to do much with it. But for me, when I think of a professional level rig, I'm thinking dollies and people sliding everywhere and multiple people monitoring video. And that's something that's just very different. So I think that's one of those things when you're coming to Walt Disney World and you want to bring some camera gear, think of it from someone who is not within a media type world of what they would consider professional, because that's going to give you a really good guidance of what you should be bringing and not. Mirrorless camera, DSLR, little mic, sure. Gimbals, apparently not. Little camera like this is the DJI Pocket, absolutely. Maybe a little I'm hoping to get a mic on the bottom of this, and I will be stealth mode for sure. All right, we're gonna test the audio now because there are drums in the foreground, and I want to see if you're able to hear this. And it's time to test some slow-mo. You haven't had a lot of that yet. I miss my slow-mo. I love my slow-mo, and I got a little bit of it in this tiny camera. This is a great testament to just show it's not, oh, the wind might get me here. It's not about what gear you have. You can buy the nicest camera in the world. If it's not the right tool for the right job, you're going to end up with trouble anyway. What it is how you use what you got and what that's going to do for you in the long run. Does it help you tell your story? It could be your cell phone. It could be this tiny camera. It could be a DSLR. It could be a full cinema camera that you have to carry around like a crew to be able to operate. But it's an opportunity for me to eat my own words. I always preach that when people ask me on Instagram, what camera do you use? What lens are you using? It has absolutely nothing to do with the gear and all about the time you put in to be able to learn how to use the tool that you got. When I was reviewing that last shot, I noticed the giant death clouds behind us. Oh my, it might be time for me to head out before I get struck by lightning or all my new stuff gets soaked. That would be a bummer. It's too windy. This may sound awful, but I'm aborting mission. I'm running. There's a lot of wind. There's a lot of cold. Today was hot. It's just telling me a storm's about to get us. So I'm heading for the exit. Thank you so much for listening to my little chat about gear and what you can and can't bring into the parks. I was super bummed. I still want to produce the video that I was making before. This was not it. And you know what? I'm just thankful that it happened early on and totally within my return window. So that thing went right back. Thanks for joining along. I'm going to run out of this park and hopefully bring you some beautiful shots of the impending doom that's coming our way. Thanks again.